Tell you what then, if this video gets 100 likes, I'll play Diablo 3. Do a complete run through. Fair deal? Okay guys, done and dusted. I said I'd do it. That video got 117 likes. So here we are. Now, I'm not going to start playing the game just this second. There is one thing I want to do first. Considering I've been told that Diablo 3 is a very big game. Well, no, it's, well, I mean, but when I say big game, I mean it's got a shit ton of lore. And since I'm starting on the third game, I want to know what I'm getting into. So I've got this video here, which is made by VG Utopia, which is going to explain the lore of the first two games, the storyline, what happened. So when I play the third game, I'll have a good idea about what's happened in the world so far. So you ready? Let's do this.
This is Joshua Mobley from VGUtopia.com, and this is Diablo in 4 minutes.
Alright.
Diablo 1 begins in the town of Tristram. Your character grew up here and is returning from war when you find out that the town has been plagued by demons. The townsfolk tell you about all this crazy stuff going on, and you decide, what the hell, I'm gonna go down into the depths of this old cathedral and kill them. As you venture down, you find out about a war between heaven and hell that has been waging for thousands of years and has bled over into the human realm. Diablo, Baal, and Mephisto were all driven out of hell by the lesser evils and weakened. In their weakened state, a group of mages known as the RWBY chase down and trap each of the prime evils, capturing them in vessels called soul stones. Diablo escapes to the west but is eventually captured and placed in a soul stone beneath the old cathedral. Diablo attempts to possess King Leoric, but is unsuccessful. The Archbishop Lazarus becomes corrupted and kidnaps the king's son in order to imbue him with Diablo's presence. When you reach Lazarus, the process has already been completed, and the king's son has become Diablo. Then you venture down into hell to kill Diablo. Once he is killed, the hero digs the soul stone out of his skull, transforming Diablo back into the king's son. Knowing that Diablo could not be contained, the hero plunges the soul stone into his head in order to contain the demon. We are left knowing that the hero is battling the demon inside of himself, traveling east to find a way to contain him. Then we come to Diablo 2. Diablo 2 starts in an insane asylum where we see the archangel Tyrael interrogating a man named Marius. Marius tells Tyrael of the Dark Wanderer and his path to the east. He first finds the Dark Wanderer in a bar, which he proceeds to burn down with a bunch of demons and such. Marius survives and begins to follow the Wanderer. They head east, and Marius has a vision of Tal Rasha containing Diablo's brother, Baal, within himself. The Wanderer tells him that his goal is to find and free Baal. The Wanderer and Marius eventually find themselves in the room where Baal is being held captive. Tyrael attempts to stop them, but Baal is set free. Tyrael tells Marius he must find the gate to hell and take the soul stone to the Hell Forge in order to stop Diablo and Baal. Marius runs and heads east to go to the Hell Gate. Once Marius arrives at the Hell Gate, he finds the three evil brothers opening it and letting all the demons come out. Unfortunately, Marius becomes too afraid to go through it and ends up running away. He tells Tyrael that he found out that eventually the hero, being who you were playing as this entire time, ended up killing Diablo and destroyed the soul stones.
Oh, really?
Tyrael then asks for the soul stone Marius keeps hidden. Marius cries, gives him the soul stone, but oh man, that's not Tyrael, that's Baal. Baal becomes recharged and leaves the asylum with a badass firewalk.
Oh.
Then we start Lord of Destruction, which isn't actually that long. Baal summons an army and heads to the temple that houses the World Stone. Basically, this stone gives people the ability to shape reality as they see fit. Tyrael sends you to the temple to stop Baal, and after a crazy fight in his throne room, you defeat him. Unfortunately, the World Stone is corrupted, and Tyrael decides he must destroy it. After it blows up, we are left with one thought. What the hell happened to the world? Well, now we get to find out 12 years later with the release of Diablo 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that was not as informative, but it was helpful. So, you know, because I thought it was like just Diablo that was evil. There's actually 3 big guys. Okay. Apparently Diablo's not dead though, because he's in this movie and he looks amazing. But yeah, that was a little more informative. So nobody knows what the fuck's going on then. Okay, that's helpful, I guess. I did see other videos containing the lore, but they were like 2 to 3 hours long, and I just did not have the time for that. I'd rather just try and like look it up in the game, you know, like lore books and stuff. I assume Diablo has that. I'm not really sure. So apparently the world is like a bit iffy because it's been 12 years after before the Diablo 3 takes place 12 years after the Diablo 2, and the world's kind of fucked now. That's kind of interesting. So with it, if you guys know any other like lore videos that are not like ridiculously long, that does not include Diablo 3, or it makes it very clear it's talking about Diablo 3, so I can just pause it, then yeah, let me know. But other than that, my Diablo 3 playthrough will begin in a few days. It's a Mass 2010 if I'm playing anything else or react to anything else, put in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe. See ya!